Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare, the original tale of star-crossed lovers that has teenagers sighing and rolling their eyes for centuries. This story takes falling in love at first sight to a whole new level, where sensible decision-making takes a backseat to raging hormones and dramatic declarations of love. Let's dive deep, shall we? And don't worry, I'll throw in some laughs. Because if you can't laugh at two teenagers upending an entire city with their whirlwind romance, what can you laugh at? So, we start in fair Verona, because all good stories start in picturesque Italian cities, where two households, both alike in dignity, have beef. And not just any beef, but the kind that results in street brawls and stern looks from the prince of the city. These are the Capulets and the Montagues, and they have been feuding for so long, no one really remembers why. Typical family drama, right? Enter Romeo, a Montague who's got the emotional stability of a leaf in a hurricane. He's initially moping over Rosalind, a girl who doesn't give him the time of day. But, lo and behold, at a masked ball, he sets eyes on Juliet, a 13-year-old Capulet who's never been in love. Romeo forgets Rosalind faster than you can say fickle and decides Juliet is the one. Because, of course, nothing says lasting love like locking eyes across a crowded room. Juliet is equally smitten, and after exchanging approximately 2 words in a balcony scene that has been romanticized despite its impracticality, sneaking out and making death vows after a couple of hours, come on, they decide to get married. They enlist the help of Friar Lawrence, who's optimistic enough to think this union might end the family feud. Spoiler, it doesn't. Then there's Mercutio, Romeo's best friend, who is the life of the party, but can't resist a good duel. Tybalt, a Capulet with a chip on his shoulder and a hatred for all things Montague, challenges Romeo, who now refuses to fight his wife's cousin. Mercutio steps in, things escalate, and, oops, Mercutio dies, cracking jokes to the bitter end. Romeo, in a fit of rage, avenges his fallen friend by killing Tybalt, which gets him banished from Verona. Juliet, showing a dramatic flair to rival her husband's, threatens to kill herself if Friar Lawrence can't fix this mess. The friar's solution? A fake death potion. Because when has faking your own death ever gone wrong in history? Meanwhile, Romeo misses the memo because the messenger got quarantined, a bit too real for our times, and thinking Juliet's really dead, buys poison and heads back to Verona. In the tomb, Romeo finds Juliet in her death-like state, drinks the poison, and dies just as Juliet wakes up. She sees her dead husband, grabs a dagger, because why not add more sharp objects to this tragedy, and kills herself. The families find their deed children, realize hate is maybe not so great, and decide to end their feud. So, what have we learned from Romeo and Juliet? That maybe, just maybe, making life-altering decisions based on a weekend fling isn't the way to go. And that communication is key, folks. Also, maybe keep an eye on the family dagger and any mysterious potions lying around. In all seriousness, beneath its tragic surface, Romeo and Juliet is a masterful exploration of love, fate, and the consequences of hatred. Shakespeare's eloquent writing elevates teenage angst to poetic heights, making us ponder the complexities of love and violence, even as we chuckle at the dramatics of it all. Plus, it gifted us with lines that have been quoted, misquoted, and tattooed across the globe. Not too shabby for a play written over 400 years ago, right? And there you have it, Romeo and Juliet, a timeless story of love, woe, and really, really bad timing. Remember, kids, think before you elope. So that's our Bookly Crash Course for today. Make sure to check out our full chapter-by-chapter playlist on the Bookly Crash Course channel.